Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 459 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I'm so glad you're back, and I couldn't be happier to be with you. Or maybe you're new, and we're going to be best friends. I just know it. Either way, I am glad you're here. So I was listening to Jen Sincero on the School of Greatness podcast a while back, and she was talking about success being scary sometimes because you have to do things that you haven't done before or that are really out of your comfort zones in order to have success. And a lot of times you have to do things that aren't going to make other people happy in order to have success. And I thought, man, that's so true. In every single area of our life, in order to have success in relationships, in your health and fitness, your career, your finances, there's often a level of discomfort that comes with that in anything. And sometimes people are just not comfortable doing things out of their comfort zone. And so they stay right where they are, not happy, but not so miserable that they're willing to make a change. I've been there. I knew my first marriage was over when I reached a point that said, staying with him is going to drive me crazy. But on the flip side, divorcing him was against my religion, which means because of my religion, I could have lost my family and everything I knew, which also would sort of drive me insane. So I had to decide, was I going to risk losing my mind by staying in a situation that was bad for me, but pleased everyone else and the religion? Or was I going to risk losing my family by making a decision that was so obviously right for me, but kind of put them in a bind? The right for me decision at the time was not one I was used to making. I used to just go along to get along and just keep the peace, doing what was seemingly right for the religion or what would please everyone else. So staying was going to be hard, and I could and probably would lose myself in the process. But leaving seemed like it would be harder, but I would be doing what was right for me in a really big way, probably for the first time ever. I definitely wouldn't be people-pleasing, and that would be different. I would be doing the opposite of people-pleasing, in fact. So the choice between pleasing your family and living life on your own terms, I think that's one that a lot of people have to make at some point or another. If you really put it in perspective, though, I mean, your mom and dad, your aunts and uncles, your cousins, your brothers, whatever, they have to make their own decisions too. And I bet along the way, they've disappointed some people as well. You're not alone. It's a universal challenge. So I ultimately opted to live life on my terms, and it was really hard. And I had to do a lot of things that were very uncomfortable. I still do, in fact. But success is not for weenies. And sometimes to live life on your terms, you're going to disappoint other people. And once you realize that that is part of life, you also don't take other people disappointing you so personally. It's not about you. It's about them and what they think they should be doing in their life. So don't take it personally. Side note, family doesn't always have to have the same DNA. I have friends that are closer to me than one of my own sisters. So if your DNA family ain't great, just know no one else is as perfect. And so that's okay. In order to be successful, though, you have to make sacrifices in one way or the other. But here's the thing I've found. When you're passionate about something, those sacrifices, they don't seem like a big deal to you. It's almost like you'd have it no other way. My brother's daughter, my sweet, beautiful niece, Madeline, we call her Maddie, she's a really good cheerleader. She's top of her game at her high school. And I was asking her the other day what she was doing for the summer. She'll be a senior this year. And she said, well, I have mandatory cheer practice twice a week, and then I go practice tumbling and stunts with some of the girls from my team 3 times a week just on our own. And in July, I have cheer camp, which will be tough as well. And I asked her if all of the girls on the team practiced those extra 3 days, and she said, no, just a few of us. There's no surprise that those that practice extra, those are the girls in the top 5, of course. They're in the gym when the other girls on the team are at the pool or sleeping in. Success is not for weenies. Success really isn't easy in any area of our life. Not only do we have to deal with the opinions and conversations with other people about what we're doing, we also have to deal with ourselves and the thoughts we have about what we're doing. My mom recently found out that she's pre-diabetic, and so she started walking every single day, even when it's 100 degrees. And she told us that every single time she has to fight with her own mind about going walking. But she goes every day, which means she's winning. She's winning the battle with her mind, which is it's success. That's the hardest battle any of us will ever fight in our journey to success in anything. Our brain is designed to keep us safe and cozy and in our comfort zone. So anytime you step out of your comfort zone, you're winning against your own mind. Feels good when we do that, doesn't it? I knew I was going to my parents this last weekend, and I don't know about your parents, but when I go home, my mom likes nothing more than to feed me. And it is not the type of food I would ever eat on a normal day-to-day basis at my house. So it's like pancakes, cookies, and pizza. But if you've been listening, Eric, my husband, and I are doing this 21-day reset, and that doesn't include pancakes, cookies, or pizza. So in order to have success in my 21-day reset, I either couldn't go to my parents or I have to pre-plan. So that's what I did. I took my green smoothies and I packed my green smoothie greens, and I packed veggies and hummus, and I brought free-range organic chicken, and I took it with me. And I decided in advance what I was going to eat. It was either that or not go. And yeah, they kind of think I'm crazy as I'm sitting there and they're eating my mom's homemade blueberry pancakes with homemade blueberry syrup and butter, and I'm eating eggs over easy in a green smoothie. Success definitely isn't for weenies in that case. I could go on and on with stories like this, but you get the point. If you want to be successful at anything, there are going to be things you have to do that are out of your comfort zone, sometimes way out of your comfort zone. But the high you get on the other side of that is so good. Remember to pat yourself on the back as you go along. I felt really proud of myself for planning and eating the way I wanted to at my parents' house. That was a success for me. My mom going for a walk in the heat, even though she didn't go as far as she would on a cooler day, that was a success for her. You get to define what is successful to you and what success looks like in your life. I mean, your success is going to look very different from mine and mine from yours. Trying to gauge it from the success of someone else is the recipe for heartache. Some of the girls on my niece's cheer team, maybe they're not tumbling the extra days because they have to work during the summer. So success to them is simply making the team. It wouldn't be fair to compare. And the girls that are at the pool instead, cheer may be fun, but it's not their passion. So yeah, success is just making the team, and that's okay too. The areas where you're passionate, the sacrifices you make in order to succeed will sometimes look crazy to other people, but they'll feel like a no-brainer to you. I'm passionate about this podcast. I'm on episode 459. I've been doing it for 4 years now, twice a week. The sacrifice I make and the time that I put in it, that's a no-brainer to me. I just do it automatically. I love it. You could not pay me to quit. And I've never considered quitting, even though the definition of success by industry standards, that's not where I am yet. My point is success in any area gets to be defined by you. Don't allow your mind to sell yourself short. Don't compare yourself to anyone but who you were yesterday. And don't expect it to be easy. Or don't expect anyone or everyone to rally behind you. They're too busy rallying behind themselves, as it should be. My challenge to you today is to quietly go about defining and achieving the success that makes you excited to get out of bed every day, no matter what that is. There will be times where it's really uncomfortable, but you're going to do it anyway because you're the boss of your mind. You get to decide whether you're going to stay in bed or go to the gym, whether you're going to ask for the promotion or hide in your office hoping they notice you, or whether you're going to plan for it or allow chance to have its way with you. You decide how success looks, and then you go for it like your life depends on it. You go for it as if there's no other options. Burn the bridges, as the saying goes. Yeah, success is not for weenies, but you are not a weenie. Share this with 3 people on their way to success in anything. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.